Hi, Year 3. It's Mr. Bromfield here, and the start of our lesson today is going to have this learning challenge. Can I read and write rhythms from notation? You don't need to write this learning challenge down. Just have a look at it. Can I read and write rhythms from notation? Rhythms are when you hit something to make the sound. It doesn't make a pitch. It's not going, oh, oh, oh. It's just making whatever sound the hitting sound is. And in music, we call that a percussive sound, percussion instruments. A djembe is percussion, jingle bells are percussion, and my pen hitting my table is percussion. The percussion instrument that we're going to use is our hand claps, but we're also going to say the rhythms, and I'll explain that as we go along. So first of all, we're going to need to write what's called a time signature. And the time signature for this rhythm is going to be a 4 and a 4. So can you write that 4 and a 4 down? Make sure that your whiteboard is like that in landscape view, so that you've got all the width of your whiteboard to write on. And this 4, 4 is called a time signature. You don't need to write a line in between the 4 and the 4 because it's not a fraction. This isn't a fraction, it's a time signature, and it means that there are going to be 4 beats in our music. Next thing that we need to write is a bar line. So leave a space and then draw a line. That's a bar line. Leave another space, draw another line. You've drawn another bar line. Leave a space, draw another line. That's another bar line. And then at the end, you're going to put 2 bar lines together, side by side, quite close. That's called a double bar line, and it means that the piece has finished. Now, we're going to fill up our bars with notes, and then we're going to see if we can read those notes and find out how they sound. This is the first note that we need to know about. It's a circle, and that circle lasts for how many beats? Put your hand up if you think you know. Yeah, it lasts for 4 beats. Well done if you knew that. The next kind of note is still a circle. You start off just as with a circle, just as before, but this time you're going to draw a stick on it. A circle and a stick equals half of 4. Put your hand up if you know what half of 4 is. Yes, half of 4 is 2 beats. Well done if you knew that. And then the next notes, all of these notes, they start with a circle. Then we're going to add the stick on. But the thing that makes this note different is that the circle is coloured in. That makes a note which lasts half as long as that one. So what's half of 2? Put your hand up if you can tell me what half of 2 is. Yeah, half of 2 is 1. 1 beat. We're going to see if we can fill these bars with those notes, and then we're going to see if we can read those notes and play them and make the rhythm. Let's make a start. So in the first bar, we're going to need to have 4 beats. And you can think of it like a man walking into a shop. Here is a man. You could draw a man too if you want to. And in this first shop, he's going to have to spend 4. So how many of these 1 beat notes can we have in that first bar or in that first shop? I think we can have 4, can't we? Because 4 ones make 4. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you write those notes in the first bar on your whiteboard? Now we're going to need to know what these 4 beats sound like. And the way that we're going to do that is by calling it a name. We're going to call this note T, because that's how that note sounds. T. It's got 1 beat in it. T. So underneath your 1 beat notes, I would like you to write a letter T, just to remind you that it's T. Let's count to 4. I'll say it with you. 1, 2, 3, 4. T, 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 T. Good. Okay, now I would like you to say it on your own. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now I would like you to clap it after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay, let's look at the next bar now. In the next bar, we're going to put 2 of these 2 beat notes, because 2 and 2 makes 4. So that means that that bar or that shop that that man is walking into will have the right number of beats in it. He spent 4 in it. 2 plus 2 is 4. He spent 4. That's fine. And we call that kind of note soup. I've drawn that line there because we can't just say soup. We've got to say soup. Why have we got to say soup? Because it's got 2 beats in it. Soup. So we need to make sure that when we say soup, soup, it sounds like it's got 2 beats, because that's how that music is going to sound. Let's put an S underneath each of those. And then we're going to try saying 4 T's and 2 soups. Write that down in your bar, and then let's say it after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. T, 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 T. Soup, soup. Okay, try saying it on your own. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's try clapping it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay, let's put something in the next bar. So in this next bar, we're going to mix it up a little bit. And we're going to put 2 of the T's. They are the 1 beat notes. So we've got 1 1-beat note and another 1-beat note. We've just spent 2 beats in that shop. We've just put 2 beats in that bar. And we need another 2, don't we, to make it add up to 4. So if we put a soup in, that should do it. Because there we've got 1 plus 1 plus 2. 1 plus 1 plus 2 equals 4. And we need 4 in each bar. So let's see if we can say this rhythm. You'll need to write that down on your whiteboard. And then we're going to try to say it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. T, 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 T. Soup, soup. T, T, soup. Okay, you try saying it on your own. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. We're going to put something into the last bar now. And we can put just a circle on its own, because that circle lasts for 4 beats. So if you put a circle in, you've got your 4 beats. That means that that bar is done. The man needs to spend 4 in each shop. He can't spend more than 4. He can't spend less than 4. In that shop, he spent 4. So we're all good. And we call that kind of rhythm a world. And I've written too many O's in the word world. Normally there's only one O, but I've written more as a reminder that we need to say it like this. World. Because it needs to sound like it lasts for 4 beats. World. Say it with me. World. And again. World. Okay. Write a circle in your last bar and put a W underneath it to remind you that this one is going to be world. And what we're going to do now is we're going to say our rhythm, our 4-bar rhythm. After 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. T, 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 T. Soup, soup. T, T, soup. World. Try it on your own. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's clap it this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's clap it this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. Now, you can either wipe your whiteboard off or turn your whiteboard over, and I want you to draw 4, 4 again. That's our time signature. Leave a space, bar line. Leave a space, bar line. Leave a space, bar line. Leave a space, double bar line. That means the music has come to an end. And you are going to write your own pattern of notes. You can choose between the circle. That was 4 beats. That was world. Or the circle and a stick. That was 2 beats. That was soup. Or the coloured in circle and a stick. That was 1 beat. That was tea. See if you can fill up each of these bars with notes. Remember, they all need to add up to 4. We can help you to do this. When you have finished writing your rhythm, hold your whiteboard up and we're going to try to say and play your own rhythm. Have fun writing your rhythms.